All right, welcome to Thoughts with your bro. And this basically is just what do you call it when you summarize a theory? Hypotenuse? No. Thesis. This is basically a thesis on this whole the world's dumbest show. Right? I've told you my bank account conspiracies, my cell phone conspiracies or theories. Just a whole bunch of my whole life. And I'm just sitting here wondering, like, what is wrong with these people, bro? What happened to America? Right? And if you look at my life and you look at the economy of America, bro, it's supposed to be great. And now it's. And I'm wondering why. Like, literally, legitimately wondering why. Right? If you watch this episode, watch the movie Richie Rich. That is exactly what my life is like. With the government, Secret Service, trying to... He's a criminal! Set him up! He's a terrorist! That's exactly what my life is like. And it feels like I'm trying to fight for my own life, even though I did nothing wrong. And somebody needs rights to something. I need rights. I need his rights. Gimme. Got a badge. Right, so I get put on an island, bro. Right, graduated high school. And this is why it's funny. There was never any conspiracy then yet. Right? Did sports, did everything a man does. Right? Graduated in 2004, Gerald A. White. And what's weird, one day all of a sudden, bro, I get arrested. For something I didn't even do. They can say something, but I can actually go back to that day and do something about it. Because this is why it's funny, bro. Hold on. This is why it's hilarious to me. Right, so I get arrested and have to do 15 days in juvie. 15 days. Right? For something I didn't even really fucking do. Now, I'm wondering what really happened in those 15 days. Because my driver's license was white GA 140CP. Right? I had all my sports stuff. Tom Brady jersey, Kanye shirt, bunch of clothes, cell phones, Virgin Mobile. And when I got back, everything was missing. Where's my mint? Where's my cell phone? Where's this? Where's that? Everyone's like, I don't know. Right? And then, so I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, well, why? Well, okay, if somebody used that stuff for a company, and this kind of goes with my whole life story. A company thinks they own me, right? We got him. We own him now. But I'm a U.S. civilian. And every time I log into my Social Security Administration account, somebody's like, nope, he's the hacker, he's the criminal. We're going to get him. Right? So that's strike one for me with this country. Just a man minding his own business, right? I get my own job, have my own bank account, and have my own fun, right? This is me at Fenway Park, right? And then everything gets covered up. Bank accounts. If I close an account, a company or somebody else uses that account, bro. And I'm not making fun of anybody, but there really was never really a conspiracy at that time. You'll see what I'm saying a little bit later down the road. But also had multiple inventions. Gerald White. Just because it says Gerald White doesn't mean it's a different person. And then also had multiple inventions here. But this is LifeLock, my Social Security. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And all of a sudden, those phones and those calls get covered up. And I'm sitting here like, dude, what is it with this country and my phones, bro? Right? And not only that, bro, let's move on to the next one. Marriage. Have businesses, get married, buy my own, open up another bank account, Wells Fargo. And it's weird how I had Wells Fargo in the San Juan Islands and Wells Fargo in this city, which is kind of odd to me, but I also had a business Wells Fargo along with that. Wells Fargo, same address as the marriage certificate, same address as the bank account. I had Wells Fargo, and we decided to switch to KeyBank, which also I had where I grew up in the San Juan Islands and went to school. Right, and if you look at it real closely, again, social security number 2401. I don't care if anybody knows my information, bro. I don't. Because the government has already tried doing this. And I'm sitting, everyone's thinking I'm rich too. Rich. Maybe, but the state didn't give me money, the state didn't pay my rent, and the state didn't do nothing for me. Right? Same thing on LifeLock. Same thing with an invention. At this point, I'm kind of frustrated, right? And what happens, bro? No crime, don't do drugs, like to party, like to drink a little bit. Beer pong up the wazoo, bro. I'll beer pong anybody any day and win. So, and this is why it's funny, because at the end of this relationship, so there was a relationship in the beginning that ended in the same way, right? And at the end of this relationship, it ended in the same exact way. Weird stuff started happening. Bro, I even worked in New Jersey. This is a W-2 from New Jersey. Gerald White. I brought back a phone, a flip phone. Right? And that phone goes missing. And I'm like, what is it with this country and phone? And not only that, bro. Not only that. Bro, after working, where did this go? Oh, here we go. Working for a company, Walmart. Right? I left this company and worked for somebody that actually lives in New York. I worked for somebody from New York, 607. And that phone line got covered up too. That phone went missing. And I'm like, dude, this is the same thing that happened in Friday Harbor. What the heck is wrong with these people? Right? Which is why I have this book. Bro, this book has all the dates I worked, has all, stuff. Has it all. That's why I have this book. And oddly enough, bro, right, I moved to New York 2 years ago. What did I do with that wallet? Moved to New York 2 years ago. Right here. Always wanted to live in New York. Real driver's license. Paid for it myself. Oh, go figure. You'll see why this is a continuous issue throughout the whole problem. Right? This is where this comes into play. The girl I married worked in New York, and she had a 607 phone number. And I texted that a couple times here or there. And it's weird because that phone and that flip phone that I brought back from New Jersey were in the same drawer the whole time. And then that flip phone ended up going missing, And this is where it gets really weird. This is when it got really weird for me because not only did they try to repossess my marriage rights as a civilian, because this was what, 2014, 2013? Gay marriage wasn't legal yet. And I'm sitting here, bro, and this is when everybody like, no, he had surgery. He had, he's a girl. So they literally tried repossessing my marriage rights, saying, well, that's an illegal marriage. That doesn't count. A company, a government. And I'm sitting there like, what is wrong with these people, bro? What is wrong with America? Right? So this is strike two for me. Right? Buy my own driver's license again. Same person who had the inventions, went to college to play basketball. What is wrong with this? And so here we go here. Multiple businesses. But now the government thinks they own Gerald White LS. A cop or someone from a government thinks they own a company that I created and started. Now, again, bro, I don't care how people live their life. I don't. You like that? Do that and do you and be the best you can be. But for me, as a man in a relationship with a woman and then being called all this stuff, that pisses me off, bro. And you look at every relationship I had. Someone's like, oh, yep, he's in another relationship. He's homo. He's gay. Now I have a government profiling me? Every time I get in a relationship with a woman. Yep, he's with another woman. But I'm a guy, dude. What the How weird is that? And that marriage ended. That's the reason why that marriage ended. We got a divorce. It was weird. Tried to move me somewhere. Lied about a bunch of stuff. I actually have the driver's license of where we moved to, which would be in Indiana. Right? And this also goes with credit cards. Bro, I've had credit cards my whole life, and now all of a sudden, somebody's using my credit cards. I need to be him. Right? And at this point, I'm like, okay, this has got to be a sexist crime, bro. If I have a wackadoodle chick running around, I'm the actual him, yuck. That's got to be a crime, dude. No offense to women, not trying to be whatever, bro, but, dude, that's a little freaking weird. So that's strike two for me with this country. Bro, and let's go to the third one, right? Again, move in with the girl. And this is why it's absolutely 100% funny to me. Whoop! Ooh, what was that? Oh, a Chase receipt. Right? I still have the folder of when we moved to Indiana. And I have all the stuff, bro. Again, move in with the girl, Wildflower, check in, check out, apartment S136. And this is the weirdest thing to me, bro. Again, Gerald White. It doesn't matter. Gerald A. White, Gerald White, it really doesn't matter to me. So this is the funniest thing ever also. Oh, and what bank account did I have while working for Roslers? You guessed it, Wells Fargo. So anyways, moving with the girl, and she had, right? She gets pregnant, and it wasn't right off the bat because we lived there for a while, And then she had 9 months to get pregnant, or, well, 9 months. And then she had the baby, and then she still lived with me. And then one day, right? And I find this very weird. Every time I'm working, bro, or just living my life, people come out of nowhere. See, he's my part of my company, or I own him, right? Like the government, we own him. I'm not your robot. I'm not your freaking. You didn't create me, bro. This is why it's funny. She takes off one day. Perfectly good relationship, takes off one day, and there is also a call on file with a statement, right? And anybody knows, bro. In Washington, if you live there for a certain period of time, you become a Washington resident. Takes off, and all of a sudden, the company or the government says, we're giving her custody instantly. And anybody knows, any attorney, any lawyer knows, bro, when you take a kid to another state, that's a it's a crime. And what's even weirder, bro, and this goes with my bank accounts too. Bank of America. Again, another account. Open up my own account. And this is why this tab is going to be funny, bro. Have my own driver's license. And again, Donald J. Trump was in office. Donald J. Trump knows who I am. Donald J. Trump. And my gut instinct instantly goes, dude, I swear to God, I bet you. Because somebody's looking at the government and they're like, dude, if we could just put his kid right here, would solve all of our issues. All of them. And he would have to stay in America. And I'm just sitting here like, what the? So this is why it gets absolutely 100% funny. I file for jurisdiction, Judge Snyder, Commissioner. And what do, bro? They just dismiss it. I said, dude, we are Washington residents. She was not allowed to leave the country. And this is strike 3 for me with America, bro. 3 strikes and you're fucking out. Right? And every case gets dismissed, bro. I have a full folder. I was my own attorney the whole time. This is how many times I filed in Washington and in Oregon. And they aided and abetted her. Literally. I mean, how messed up is that? You bring a kid into the world and then you just... Like, dude. I mean, we're talking grown-ups, bro. And this is how many times I filed. I have all these receipts. All this stuff. Wow, bro, that just makes no sense. And every single one got dismissed. And not only that, bro, this is why it's even more funnier. Where did that San Juan Island things go? Okay, that's kind of weird. I just had that. But anyways, I sealed my own file. I'll let you take a look at this. In 2016, in the state of Washington, in the San Juan Islands. So I'm wondering, bro, San Juan County, sealed file. In 2016. So I'm trying to figure out, how does somebody else own that name, own that birth date, and own everything else? And what's even weirder, bro, is check this out. White GA 140 CP. And I'm thinking, I'm like, why is that, why is that an issue in America? Where did I see that driver's license number before? Oh. Hold on. I gotta make sure. White GA businesses. Right? I mean, this is clearly stamped by the state, so they know that's a form of notarization. So now not only do I have multiple sealed files, because even after, this is why it's even funny. So I sealed my file in the San Juans, and then I also sealed another file in Clark County. And this is why this tab is here, because I had a stack of papers like this. And the only people who have access to these sealed files, well, Donald J. Trump would be one of them, the state, White GA 140CP. And in order to file this, they had to sign. I'm like, well, I'm going to keep this piece of paper because then I could do a video. Bank of America. So that's strike 3 for me, bro. The judges couldn't even uphold their own laws because they were after something, motive, whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. And the weirdest thing to me, too, it happens with vehicles. I buy a vehicle, get a registration, and somehow a company just imaginally, miraculously owns my vehicle, which is not even true. Right? These are all my payments of my recent vehicle that I currently have right now. And it says, let's see. Paid off in full. Oh, what's this? That's the address I lived where, again, I had Wells Fargo. And yeah, I went to Mexico too. I'm a legal civilian. I'm allowed to leave this country. I went to Mexico, and in 2018, I went to a Huskies game, brought everybody tickets who I paid rent with and lived with PayPal on SeatGeek. We went to a Huskies game. There we go. Bro. Which is weird now because everyone thinks they own my PayPal. They think they own this stuff. And what is this? This is also a receipt. It's backwards, but it says 8,200. It's the same account in 2020. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird because I also have a pay stub. Check this out. While working, oh, look at that. Apartment S136. Wow, same place. Wow. Deposit number? Oh, wow. Same place, Bank of America. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, Chase. Okay. I had Chase too. Okay. Wow. I have all my W-2s and pay stubs in this folder right here. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, what is wrong with this country, bro? And then a wallet goes missing. I planned a vacation because I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of this bullshit. These people are just, what is wrong with these people? And then what happens? I get a stolen wallet. And every one of these receipts has a card in that wallet, 8040. And I did this on purpose. I filed every time with a different card just because I knew it. 8550, H&R Block. We could keep going, bro. 756. That was the Wells Fargo, the wallet that was stolen. 9717. On point. 4006. You can see right there. Chase. Man, yeah. So what is it with this government and me trying to live my life and my success and trying to pay themselves off of inventions, businesses, but they don't own me? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, so presidents, right? And then they're like, we need to use white GA140CP. Like, did I have a house at some point that they stole from me too, pretending to own me? Did I have something else? Money? I mean, bro, everyone thought I was rich the whole time. Which would make sense, dude. Maybe, yeah. Maybe there's money that somebody's handing out and not giving me. I was supposed to get money at a certain age, but didn't get that. So Biden, bro, if I can claim rights and have a meeting with you, maybe I could withdraw, like defund the government. And maybe live my life somewhere else where all these idiots aren't interfering, all these people aren't making stuff up, and all of these people, like, what about you? Huh? And then my social media gets covered up, harassed, even though I get codes all the freaking time. I'm the only one that's confirming these accounts. Oh, I could use that Facebook. I can't. Which has happened twice. 2 Facebooks have been stolen and repossessed. A business one and a personal journal. The dumbest journal you ever watched, but I'm kind of sick of this, bro. Literally. And what has happened with my life and the economy? Yeah. For no reason. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything illegal. Everyone's like, haha, Gerald, yeah, Gerald, we're going to make some money now. Well, you really don't have my permission to do fucking anything. You really don't. So, again, I would like to make that claim, and I would like to withdraw from America. And what's the best part about this, bro? Everything gets covered up, and all they had to do was pay me, and they would get away scotch-free with everything, but they didn't. They didn't. So I'm going to start a fund. If anybody wants to donate to my fund, you can hit me up on PayPal, #BigPerp12, and or PayPal, gwhite471, at gwhite471. Oh, wait. Now somebody thinks they own these accounts now. A company. Not really. They're just being weirdos. Oh, and what's on this PayPal? An EIN number. Oh, and what's on my businesses? An EIN number. Seems like I just keep getting screwed over, bro. So, and what's even weirder, bro, I've caught multiple people breaking and entering at multiple places. And they're obsessed with my food, dude. I'm telling you. Well, we need a way to control his brain. He belongs to us now. If I could just chemically alter that, make it look like I'm doing that, we're good. We're in the clear. Multiple times, bro. And I'm not going to tell you what happened, but I need access to his food. I need to make him look like he's a program. I need to steal those rights. I need those rights. What the obsessed with a person's food, dude. More wackadoodles. That's strike 4, 5, and 6. Bro. If we can just repossess something to make it look like somebody else was telling the truth the whole time, we'd be set. If we could just make him look like the liar and he stole everything and was the crook, we'd be set. If we could just... What is wrong with these people? And I'm doing my own thing, living my own life in America, the freest country of them all. What the... Weirdos, bro. Anyways, this is Thoughts with your bro, and this is the thesis of a theory. A man just trying to live his life in America, a U.S. civilian. You have all these governments, military, federal, secret. Ah, come on, bro. This is Richie Rich all over again. Easy peasy. What the fuck? Anyways, that's what you brought.